Welcome back to Roll for Mimic, where every roll tells a completely new story, and every story reminds us why you should never trust the furniture. This month we're celebrating the Dragon Jubilee, the oldest festival in all of Dracorinth, where dragons lay down their rivalries. Ancient stories are remembered beneath the returning stars, and every traveler is welcomed beneath the covenant of the open wing. But this is still the Tipsy Mimic Tavern. So naturally, something has gone horribly, wonderfully wrong. Our first roll determines what kind of mimic we're dealing with tonight. Furniture. That means somewhere inside the tavern, an innocent-looking piece of decor has decided it no longer wishes to be ignored. Maybe it's decorative. Maybe it's hungry. Let's find out. What piece of furniture has awakened? A door. Perfect. Because the one thing every adventurer loves is questioning whether they should walk through the only exit. Every guest arriving for the Dragon Jubilee now has to pass through this ancient wooden doorway. At least, that's what everyone thinks. Now let's discover its personality. Musical. Interesting. The doorway doesn't simply open, it performs. Every arrival receives a grand entrance. Every departure gets a finale. Some patrons swear it somehow knows songs they've never heard before. Others claim it remembers melodies older than the dragons themselves. Of course, it wouldn't be Roll for Mimic without introducing a little wild magic. It becomes gelatinous. Well, that certainly complicates things. The elegant wooden doorway slowly melts into a shimmering, translucent mass, while somehow continuing its performance without missing a single note. Walking through the entrance now feels less like opening a door, and more like politely asking permission to pass through a singing pudding. Every great story begins with a mystery. Let's see what tonight's travelers discover. A whispering shell. Someone finds an old spiral shell resting near the base of the doorway. No one remembers placing it there. Holding it close reveals distant whispers. Fragments of forgotten conversations, names no living soul should recognize, and occasionally, the shell quietly joins the doorway's song. Every visit to the Tipsy Mimic leaves something behind. Let's see how tonight ends. There it stands. The singing threshold. At first glance, it's an ornate oak doorway draped in ribbons and carved with ancient draconic runes celebrating the Dragon Jubilee. Golden hinges shimmer in the lantern light, and every traveler who approaches is greeted by a hauntingly beautiful melody that seems to know exactly what they need to hear. But as the wild magic takes hold, polished wood softens into a translucent gelatinous form. The carved frame ripples like water, its glowing eyes open between rows of polished teeth, and every note it sings sends gentle waves through its shimmering body. Beside it rests an unassuming spiral shell, whispering secrets in forgotten tongues, while somewhere beneath the mimic's melody, something small strikes the floor. A key, crafted entirely from teeth. Whether this curious guardian welcomes honored guests or chooses who may truly pass, is a story for your table to discover. That's this week's roll for Mimic. A musical mimic door, a touch of wild magic, a whisper from forgotten ages, and a key that almost certainly opens something you should leave closed. If you use this encounter in your own campaign, we'd love to hear how your players survived it, or whether they stopped to applaud before the door tried to eat them. Be sure to check out the July 2026 issue of The Mimic's Morsel, where the Dragon Jubilee comes to life with new lore, monsters, subclasses, adventures, and magical creations inspired by the oldest celebration in Dracorinth. Until next time, remember, every story deserves another sunrise, and every mimic deserves a standing ovation.